The Elders of Zion Conspiracy. The Zionist Conspiracy, the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. The Protocols of the Elders of Zion, or Learned Elders of Zion, is a text outlining a plan of world domination by the Jewish elites. It is generally accepted that the text was fabricated by Russian police at the time to spread anti-Semitism. The term protocol is used to denote minutes of the meeting of the Learned Elders of Zion. The terms Goyim/Gentile is used by Jews to denote those who are not Jewish, people who do not follow the religion of Judaism. According to Jewish law, a child born to a Jewish mother or an adult who has converted to the religion of Judaism can be considered Jewish. It is not quite so clear-cut. However, this is generally accurate. A Zionist is someone who believes that the Jewish people should have a homeland in Israel. Zionism was founded by Theodor Herzl in 1897 at the First Zionist Congress. The proponents of the theory go much further and say that the Jews have no intention of settling down in the Promised Land but instead wish to be separated in the diaspora far and wide, so they have influence over vast spheres of the economy in different locations. The Protocols of the Elders of Zion is often linked with the New World Order theory. Those events are unfolding exactly as set out in the 100-year-old document outlining usury and debt as a key method of enslaving the populace to secure obedience through poverty. It links in with the idea of a one-world government with a minuscule group of elites at the top who represent Jewish bankers. The Jewish have now returned to the chosen land of Palestine, which theorists contend is the homeland of Jews despite them having no racial connection to it, only a religious one. Political landscape. It is important to outline the political and historical setting as a background to the publishing and creation of the protocols. The Bolsheviks, or the Reds, were a faction of the Marxist Russian Social Democratic Labour Party, RSDLP. They broke away to form a separate party in 1912 called the Russian Social Democratic Labour Party, Bolsheviks, or RSDLPB. In 1918 it was renamed the Russian Communist Party, Bolsheviks. They were a revolutionary party whose aim was to unite the various revolutionary groups in Russia under one political party. They ultimately became the Communist Party of Russia. After the Russian Revolution of 1917, they founded the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic, RSFSR, as they came to power. They were founded by Vladimir Lenin and Alexander Bogdanov and were major political players by 1905. Before the Bolsheviks broke off to form a separate party, there was a split between the Bolsheviks, who advocated militarism, and the Mensheviks, who were inclined towards peaceful socialism. The case for the Protocols of the Elders of Zion is quite difficult to debunk, because it can't really be argued that the text is prophetic to an incredible degree. Even if it was just a fabrication by the Russian police, the results of all protocols have come to pass, and the text is not ambiguous in any way. The predictions are performed much more efficiently than what is done by scientists and chartists of today, who rarely get predictions right mere months into the future. The Jews are reported to have been the hidden hand, a term referred to in many books and novels by the intelligentsia, behind the rise of the Bolsheviks/communists/Marxists in Russia. They were allegedly put into place to destroy the aristocrats/czarists and to support communism, both ideas being supported in the protocols. It is widely accepted that the Protocols of the Elders of Zion was a fabrication. The exact date of the forgery is unknown, and everything associated with the Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion is reported to be a hoax of hate and amounts to no more than a spewing of hatred against the Jewish people who have suffered considerably. However, it could be argued that this point is moot. There is a document of 100 years old which has shown that debt would increase, that civil liberties would fail, that gold would be removed from the currency, that the press would be manipulated, that usury would be the method of the day, that materialism would replace religion. And everything predicted has come to pass. Not only did it predict it, but it outlined how it would come to pass, how control would be maintained, the destruction of the aristocracy, the condition of the human condition and psyche, and exactly what the strengths and weaknesses of the Goyim were. In other words, it outlines in graphic detail how the world would move towards debt and class polarization. Thus the situation is that we have an obvious forgery, however one that also predicts, more than a century in advance, the death of the aristocracy, who were finished in Russia 15 years later. The rise of money, materialism, debt, inflation and usury. The destruction of the clergy and civil liberties. The importance of gold as a defense against debt and inflation, which are now all in the hands of a certain few. The use of the media to spread misinformation. The surveillance of individual citizens. A more reasoned approach would be to assume that a small faction of elites who happen to be Jewish are trying to control global resources. It is obvious that if the protocols are true, they do not represent the views of the Jewish people, who simply want a home to call their own and to be free to practice their religion in peace. Thus it might be easier to just call the Zion elders bankers. The common enemy would be identified without getting quagmired in contentious and fiercely debated religious issues.